Thank you for joining us for Kelly. This is where we talk about life, your life and my life, and through Kelly we hope to inspire. Today we have Herschel, pronounce your last name for me.
Grangent.
Grangent.
Yes, very good.
I always pronounce it wrong, so on the show. And Herschel is an actor, and he has a really unique story because he actually has a background in law enforcement. So what I want to know is how you go from being a police officer to an actor, because most of us as actors play police officers,
Right.
but you actually have experience in that.
Well, my degree is actually in broadcast news.
Oh, okay.
So I went from college to the military and spent a lot of time in broadcasting and doing radio, TV, things of that nature. But ironically, I was always in military police units. Well, I could tell you some stories that would probably make this a totally different show, but...
No, I love those stories, and maybe we'll have you back on for those stories
Okay.
one day. So where did acting, where did that originate?
Well, going back to law enforcement, the chief of police found out that I had a degree in broadcast news. So he made me the spokesperson for the department. I became the public information officer. So I got a lot of more experience dealing with the media on the other side of it, and got comfortable being in front of a camera and coming up with content and presenting it in an intelligible fashion.
And your wife, Twania, she is also an actress.
Yes, she is. She's one of the best.
Yeah, of course. So where does that play? Do you guys like get into competition with each other?
No, I wouldn't say we get into competition. I would really say that it changed the way that we watch movies and TV. Now, we've always been avid movie, TV watchers. I mean, every new movie that comes out, we try to catch it. Every TV show, our DVR is full of TV shows that we're still pretty behind on right now. But we realized that we were constantly critiquing things, and well, they would never talk like that. Well, if they really had that relationship, they wouldn't really interact with each other that way. And this went on for many years. We've been together for 18 years, been married for 15, and for about 10 of those years, these conversations would happen.
You and Twania have a really unique story because you guys actually jumped, as Steve Harvey says.
Yes.
And you took 2 years of income.
Yes.
And your original goal, and correct me if I'm saying anything wrong, I'm just paraphrasing, your original goal was to get into acting training, start booking roles, and at the end of the 2 years to be able to support yourself on acting.
Right, on the increase,
Yes,
as we call it.
so...
Well, it's one of those things where it's feast or famine. That's just typical of anyone who is going into anything in the entertainment industry. I mean, there are going to be periods of time where things are going great and you're thinking it's going to keep on going like that for decades, and then all of a sudden you look up and your inbox is empty, and wait a minute, I don't have any auditions to do today. Wait, what's going on? So you just have to be prepared for that.
And how does that, actually taking that leap, how does that push you?
Well, I mean, that's the word, it pushes you.
Yes.
It lets you know, okay, I have to go out there and get it for myself. I mean, I don't have a regular 9-to-5, I don't have a guaranteed paycheck, so let's go out there and make it happen. That's how I am. I will do whatever it takes to make something happen.
Yeah, and
even if it's something small, something minor, I mean, it always leads to something else.
Right. I always say, there's definitely within this line of work, and I know with all things that you do, but you become exhausted during points, and you just feel like that you're almost at the end. And I always tell people, if you think you're at the end, hold on, because there's a nugget on the other side of that end, and there always seems to be. It's not a big nugget, but it's a little thing that keeps you going, that you get closer and closer to your goal. So you guys decided to write a TV series called The Springs.
The Springs, yes. And I actually have some stuff for you here.
Oh, awesome. So if our TV audience, if you want to know more about The Springs, where can they find you, Herschel?
Yeah, they can go to www.thespringsseries.com, and it has information about the show, about our actors, about the story of how we began, this journey, and just some photos and everything else. So whatever you want to know. It even has a link to join our mailing list, and we can send you more information that way.
Okay, that's awesome. What inspired the Springs?
The Springs. It's about a group of lifelong friends, and just how their lives intertwine. There's a little comedy, a little drama, there's a little scandal. And we just really want to focus on the relationship.
And I'm excited as the pictures come up. There's been you guys have used a lot of people from this studio, and those friendships really have formed.
Yes, they have. Yeah, we're just really glad to have all of our Words in Motion family, even if it's a small role here and there. Just to have, because we're all in this together. I mean, we're all grateful to you for bringing us all together. It just it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's been
well,
a whole lot of fun.
it keeps me rolling. What keeps me going and having the passion is seeing you guys work and develop, and seeing that off of a seed, there's been things that spring and spring, and then they have the Springs.
That's right. Yeah, I'm just I'd be remiss if I didn't say that. Just so glad to have my wife as a partner.
Yes.
I've been writing my whole life, and I got like notebooks full of stuff, and had I not had her to like really push me and make me, hey, we're gonna do this. I'm like, well, we never written a TV series, and next thing I know, she's typing, and I'm like, okay, I guess I better start typing some stuff too to keep up. So from there, we started comparing notes and developing characters, and my initial idea was to just be a writer, a producer. And then one day she said, well, I'm writing your character. I'm like, wait a minute, my character? So now I'm acting in it as well. So it's just, I'm all in.
It's cool to be married to somebody that you have, that you guys have the same. I almost think in the arts you need that.
You have to have that, yeah. You have to have at least a close confidant, someone who understands the fight.
People kind of think of it as a teenage
Teenage
thing that you do throughout high school, and so when you grow up and you still have the desire to do this, really society just doesn't understand.
No, they don't.
Unless you become a mainstream actor.
That's right, and a lot of people don't understand that does not happen overnight. There are people that I've seen in small roles for a couple of decades, and I'm just starting to see them regularly in things. So it takes a while, and you have to have the right breaks and again, the right people to help you along the way.
Yeah, and you have to have that desire. And I mean, I think, I may not make it where I want to go, but I'm definitely going to die trying.
That's right.
And that's a true commitment.
That's right.
So to our audience viewers that are out there and seeing this, what are some words of encouragement to someone who wants to make their own series?
You just got to go out there and do it. I mean, just if you really want to do it, I mean, you just got to go out there and do it and figure out how to make it happen. And even if you fall flat on your face, I mean, you know that you tried, and that's where we are with this. I mean, we don't plan to fail, but if it doesn't work out, we know that we put everything we had into it, and we've had a lot of people who believed in us and have supported us, and we have to do it for ourselves, for them, and just because it's what we want to do.
Right. Awesome. Well, thank you so very much. I did get you a present. So one of the things that we're doing on the show is ask Twania what your favorite candy was. She said peanut M&Ms.
Awesome.
I don't know if that's true.
It is.
But it is my favorite. So if you see in the top some of them are missing, that's because they went into my mouth.
That's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind sharing with you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And as we're doing this thing with the candy, I'm getting to discover a lot of different candies. So it's pretty interesting. So that's for you to take home.
Thank you.
Herschel, we appreciate having you today.
Thank you
on
for
the
having
show.
me. I enjoyed this very much.
You're welcome, and we look forward to following you and your progress. And what you're doing is something that inspires me, and I know it inspires the people around you. So thank you for being you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thanks. Thanks, guys, for being here with us on Kelly, and we hope you go out into the world and do something good.